The mind, if it cannot relate to what is being spoken in a good way or a bad way, then that mind flounders for something else to make a decision on its part. This is what happens. This is when what you would call your higher self steps in. So the speaker says something that has not been understood or not been known or not been experienced before by the mind. And it's not pointing in a particular direction, left, right, up, down, this way, that way, good, bad, pain, pleasure. It's not pointing in that particular direction. The mind flounders. The mind, in that nanosecond of a moment, it makes space because it's stuck, it's gone, it's dissolved, it's away, it disappears, it runs for cover. And this is scientifically true, scientifically proven. But the next bit is not scientifically proven, the next bit is experiential. Something comes to make a decision on behalf of that mind. And that something makes the same decision that the mind is unable to make. Will it continue with this or will it end this right now? And there's a negotiation in this nanosecond that lasts thousands of light years. In every incident this occurs, because not many incidents will this occur in your life. When you come up against speakers such as Jiddu Krishnamurti, Alan Watts, who don't go down this spiritual way of saying God exists or God does not exist, but just questions that what is questionable. These opposing states, this mind of ego that only survives within gorging on good and bad. Matters not which side. When you come up against, when this mind comes up against this moment, in this nanosecond, that mind will not even review, not even try and go back and understand what happened, what took place, because it's far too quick for the mind. The mind is not pertinent. It will choose to point you in a direction very quickly. Don't understand. Okay, let's do the garden. Let's go. Let's go make a cup of tea. Let's do something that the mind knows that it can serve you with. Thousands of light years in this nanosecond, a negotiation takes place. This negotiation says, higher self says to this, whatever you are. Okay? You don't understand. Are you going to continue and try and understand without a mind? Or can we end it right now and allow this mind to take you into the garden or make you a cup of tea? It's up to you. There's no pushing. And in this negotiation, many things are discussed. Are you ready? In this nanosecond, many things are discussed. Not in your conscious mind. It's gone. It's trying. It's dissolved. The real you and the real you are having a real you discussion. Are you ready? How much have you seen in this world? Are you prepared? Are you strong enough? Are you able? Are you willing? Are you trusting? Are you accepting? Are you empty of this mind? And in that nanosecond, something makes a decision. And those who continue to observe with no mind, with no understanding, with no logic, and simply fall into the sounds of Jiddu Krishnamurti, Alan Watts. And at the end of each speaking, whatever we call these teachings, you're able to walk away not knowing what the hell took place, what the hell was said, what the hell was discussed by this Krishnamurti guy. But I must go back for more. I must go back for more. This is your true self speaking. Nothing can stop you. Then the whole mind, when it says do the gardening, make a cup of tea, is shouting from a million miles away so that it's not bothering you. Oh yeah. Not now. Not now. I'm in. This is what takes place. This is why so many don't understand that speaker that is not providing you with information, providing you with taking sides, providing you with opportunities and methods and practices and ways. That is why people like Papaji don't discuss their enlightenment. They take you to the door and then they say no more. Because it's far too intimidating for you. It was for them. It was for the speaker. The speaker cannot talk about good and bad being and existing opposites. There's no such thing as opposing values. That's an egoistic, man-made, creative, identifying way to try and control and manipulate ourselves, not others as well. To try and fit into a world of prevention of things that we create. And then we cure. We create to try and prevent, and then we have to cure because the prevention is totally against nature. Totally against the laws of the universe. Then when you listen to people like Alan Watts and Jiddu Krishnamurti, when your enlightenment is over, when you have been destroyed, when your mind is annihilated and it's empty and your vessel, your room is clean, you're fresh, what they say is taken as if you have experienced every word, every sound, every syllable that they have experienced, or that they are projecting out. That is why when you go seeking, you can choose any speaker to try and give you some insight, some clues, some practices, some methods. You can choose a religion to follow, to pursue. And these are great, but the journey will not begin until this moment between you and yourself, the Sadguru, they call it inside, commences. This billions of light year negotiation in 1 nanosecond says, yeah, okay, I'm in. Higher self will protect you. It will put boundaries for millions of kilometers around your aura so that this ego mind cannot come in. And they may be standing right in front of you. People may be standing right in front of you, waving their finger, saying, what's going on, what's going on? You won't hear them. You'll become that dementia person. But you're still talking, you're still communicating, you're still appearing for work, you're still doing the chores, you're still driving the car, you're still taking the children to the football. But there's a space, a blanket, a cushion around you. Oh boy, you're being protected by Spirit. We can call it higher self, you can call it Christ, you can call it Spirit. Anything you want once this has been experienced. But you can only experience it from yourself and that one that lies within yourself. Whether you call it your own self, your higher self, your spirit self, your soul self, God, consciousness, Christ, it matters not. You've been on this earth or on this universe, not particularly in the same body. If we want to bring time in, for millions and billions of light years, you have no beginning, you have no end. I is the whole axis of life. I is the whole axis of life. Consciousness is the whole light of life. And everything within that I and consciousness is infinite, immortal, pure, balanced, loving, stable, love. So don't worry if you don't understand these words and you choose to delete in that nanosecond. It's not your time. It's not your time. When Jiddu Krishnamurti says a line that makes absolutely no sense, and I have to go. I have to go and watch someone I understand. I know. I have to go back to my religion. I have to go back to this. This is all preparation. This is all preparation. Don't be frightened by these new beginning theorists that it's all going to happen soon and you're going to be left out. You're not going to be left out. You'll never be left out. But be prepared. Be prepared. You're in fine hands with yourself. You're in absolutely fine hands with yourself. The mind of decision making and opposites and all that is going on. And you can participate. This one participates not very frequently. Any time away from it is spent with myself, speaking to myself about nonsense that comes through a vessel that this body appears to be keeping me safe in, until it's time for this body to say enough is enough. You have witnessed enough. You have experienced enough. You have seen what you are here to see. You have the purpose of being here has been served. No end. Transcend. Transcend into the next billion light years of whatever is to come next. And this I can't wait. Doesn't want to go yet because so many people, so many family, so many sunrises, sunsets, so many oceans, so many breaths. The very simple things in life are precious. But when it's time, there are more precious things to transcend into. There's no fear, no suffering. You then absolutely worship that mind of opposites and said, well, if it hadn't been for you, if you hadn't revealed good and bad, if I hadn't been pointing in particular directions, I wouldn't have came to that wall that had no top, no left and right outlets. There, I couldn't move. I had to turn around and go and walk inwards. And there he was. And right at the moment, Jiddu Krishnamurti said that line, I'm in. Oh, I'm in.